First things first, let's talk about.
Whenever I turn on the TV, there she is in a commercial. But anyway, we'll get to
Superstar.
We'll get to
the
get to the opening drive. I mean, whatever she want to call it. Let's do it. Opening drive.
Let's talk about Baker's performance, because I know, Bernie, you were a little nervous about this. This was supposed to be Baker's revenge game. I know, Hanford, you actually went on record and said there's no way he's beating us. But let's break down a little bit what you thought of his performance yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely nervous, a little bit nervous going into the game, actually a lot nervous going into the game. And actually what we saw yesterday from Baker Mayfield was a microcosm of what we've seen in his 4 years here with the Cleveland Browns. The first half, with the way it materialized, multiple sacks, multiple fumbles, a lot of 3-and-outs, balls getting batted down. 10 for 19, 101 yards. If it wasn't for a busted coverage on their 2-minute drill, it would have been 9 for 18 for 51 yards. Struggling to get the team in the end zone, struggling to move the ball. All the things that the naysayers for Baker Mayfield would have been in heaven watching the first half, just like us Browns fans were in heaven watching the first half against them. In the second half, the microcosm of it, Baker Mayfield showing that he was a first-round draft pick, being able to make plays down the field, being able to put teams on his back, being able to come back, having a gritty second-half performance to give his team a chance to win. And absolutely, one of the criticisms, I think, Hanford, you could concur, one of the criticisms and issues that even himself would be bummed out about here in Cleveland was that inability to have that 2-minute drive at the end of the game, that inability to make plays at the end to put his team in a position to win. Thankfully, we're sitting here so happy today that Baker actually got that monkey off his chest. He did make that 2-minute drive to get himself in a position for his team to kick that field goal to take the lead, but actually left us a little bit too much time to come back. But I actually think that he was able now to have a little comfortableness in his ability to come back at the end of the game and put himself in a position to win.
And I didn't think Baker was going to play well, but I have to say this, BK, I was actually shocked watching him in the beginning of that ball game, because I have to agree with you. I think he was just really, really nervous in the beginning of that ball game, because and throughout the ball game, because when you looked at it, you talked about the balls that was on the ground. I think he had 4 fumbles, and they were pretty much every single one of them was between the quarterback and the center exchange.
Center quarterback exchange.
Yeah, it was between the center and quarterback exchange. Now, one thing happened during the ball game he had no control over. He could do nothing about it. I'm talking about the 5 deflections, the ball where the linemen and linebackers or whoever, they got their hand up.
And to those deflected balls, that's something that absolutely us quarterbacks take, and we talk about and we think about quite a bit. That happened a lot yesterday. That's actually one of the things that I was surprised as a Browns fan, actually really happy as a Browns fan, because when you have a quarterback that you want to get going, you always want to get him kind of a couple easy completions early. That's absolutely what Carolina Panthers were trying to do yesterday. The thing is, though, our coaches study game film too. They know that they want to get him off and get him comfortable early with short, concise passes. So I love what Joe Woods actually did with just rushing 4 guys early. And actually, when Baker Mayfield takes, and shorter quarterbacks take just that 3-step drop on those short 5 to 6 yard quick out throws, which is what Jadeveon Clowney knocked down early. A couple of those deflected passes were just 3-step drops trying to throw 5-yard routes. When I think when you have those type issues, you really need to go vertical down the field, be more aggressive in your play call, and be more aggressive in your throws to help spread the field out. Carolina didn't do that yesterday.